We didn't reserve. They usually kind of say. Hopefully this will be good. If it's as good as it's going to be. It's not like the fancy iPhone. We are doing a Google Live stream. So. Well, it's going to, then we'll turn it around. I'll run up here and be really awkward in front of everyone, turning it around. What's that?
I know. Oh, that was that. Oh no, this is one under here.
Mazel tov.
Because it's Oh, is there live stream?
No, but I don't think it's.
Hi, thank you.
I don't think it's a public. It's a Google Live.
Evening, graduates. So for those of you who are sitting not in the front row, I taught these guys last year. So this is a little special for me. A bit. And hence I decided to share something with you that I think is very appropriate. In this week's parsha, we talk about people complaining. The Torah tells us that people started, they were murmuring evil in the ears of Hashem. Hashem hears this, and he got furious. But Hashem, he sent this conflagration, this lightning, and it started consuming the people who were on the edges. And it wasn't until Moshe, the people cried out to Moshe, Moshe, the fire abated. What were they upset about? Look at a previous verse. It talks about Hashem. They've been traveling for 3 days. They basically were all sitting and turning to Moshe and saying, "Are we there yet? Are we there yet?" And this is what on and on. They were complaining. They've been traveling for 3 days. No punishment. And in fact, this plague, had Moshe not doubted, it presumably would have consumed the entire Jewish people. Which brings us. Next, they start complaining about the fact they don't have enough poultry. They're looking for quail. They want quail. They're not happy. They're remembering the melons, the garlic, all the good things they had in Egypt. Slavery. But they had all that good stuff they had in Egypt. And they were complaining. So for this, what are they punished? They're punished by a raven them such that they had enough for a month, but they were just so voracious and ravenous that they grabbed it, they ate it, and they all got nauseated and sick and died. Those who consumed it. Which was worse, the first complaint or the second complaint? Which do you think is worse, first or second? Because they got greedy. I like that. Who else? Who's ever gone on a long car trip? I mean, that's legitimate. It's reasonable. Okay, it's annoying, but it's reasonable. But they had brought all this cattle with them from Egypt. Remember, we just had Shavuot. We talked about how they were told they could not let the animals graze. Animals graze. I guess they had meat. They were just complaining. They were just complaining for the sake. And this is the second one being a bigger problem. And I think there's a powerful statement. Really, the next verse. That they were up all day and all night and all the next day, and they get 6 hours. They're out in that desert heat. You don't hear from them during 36 hours of complaints. Yes, right. No complaints. For 3 days they're traveling. It was bringing them to Eretz Israel, and they complained bitterly. But here they're out slaving in the sun, and we don't hear a peep. What's the difference? Simple. They wanted to be. They were collecting dinner. But on 3 days' march, albeit heading to the land of Israel. The land of Israel. More homework. They'd have more mitzvot. They'd have more things to do. And they weren't, Rashi says, Vayisu Mahar Hashem, that they left. And it said they were running like children from school, like graduates from an 8th grade. They were afraid that they started more schoolwork. And that same attitude caused their grumbling about the journey, which would end up, even though in Israel. That's true. But when you have that same type of person who can complain then about something like me, but when it's all about themselves, they're okay. Now we have a problem. So you guys are about to head into the summer. You know, it's an amazing thing. When we're doing what we want to do, we are able to find unending, untapped resources of energy. The same kid, and I will not stop my finger, you'll know exactly who are. The same kids, because they were up so late doing homework. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. They were up so late doing. That same kid can be up all night at the greatest time, and then be up the whole next day without ever feeling. It's an amazing thing. Perhaps this is what the mission of Pirkei Avot means when it says, "Aser ritzono ritzoncha." Do God's will as you would do your will. You're going to go into the summer with so much energy to do what you want to be doing. You can take that energy and apply it to becoming better Hashem, better servants of God. This is something for which we should all strive. But I'm telling this to you not when most of us unfortunately tend to take a vacation from God. But as you know, you're about to begin the next stage of your life. Head into a commitment of your future. To consider bringing your A game to the next service of God, which includes, of course, Torah studies. My hope that this attitude great among us all. He asks that we perform His will, and as a result, He will bring our final redemption and our return altogether to joy and His. Also, congratulations.
Please rise. I would like to call upon my classmate and friend, Jake Isaac. My name is Jake Isaac. I have been going to John since I was in third grade. In this week's parsha, Bahalacha, we see multiple examples of the Jews lacking appreciation. One notable example is the statement made by the Jews about their hunger. And they said, in Egypt for free. The squash, the melons are consumed so much has to do. So much milk comes out from the sky when people die from having to eat. Hashem punishes the Jews with the very thing they are complaining about. The Jews are being told in a very strong way that life leads to our downfall. Friendship is one of the most important things in our life. Hashem has surrounded us with people who enjoyment, encouragement, and that's people we can do. Without them, we wouldn't be. In my 6 years of time, I have made outstanding friends who have influenced my life. However, really needs to connect. Gemara in Tanit tells us, "Al chavutat u'misutat." Either give me friendship, someone to connect to, or I will die. With whom we connect, meaning lack meaning and purpose. The lesson that I've taken away from this week's parsha is that I should not lack appreciation. What if I take them forward, if I do not give them the benefit of doubt, I will lose a great all of our times together. The downfall of the Jews in this week's parsha, what they'd already been given by Hashem. Just like the downfall of our relationships, appreciation, even the smallest things in friendship can make a difference. I would fostering this to my peers and I hope we can all learn to appreciate and take care of our friends. Rather than destroy one another by not taking each other's feelings into account. These are both and actions between a man and his friend. Is that Hashem will make it easier for us to embody treating our friends like we would want to be treated.
Thank you, Jake. That was beautiful and a perfect way to start. Thank you to all of the parents, families, teachers, and communities who have us this evening. A very special thank you as well to all of the teachers, especially to Rabbi Riefman and Mrs. Stroll, for all they have done as a guide and for moment in this event. And as well, a very special thank you to our very own 7th grader, Moshe Koch. piano playing this evening. 8th grade, this is the season. This is the season of graduation. Continuation. This is the season of commencements. Okay, so hold on a second. Like this one, why we're coming to an end of something. We're celebrating reaching an end to your time in 8th grade, and you're continuing on to high school. If this is truly an end, I'm an English teacher for a moment, but if this is truly the end, why do we use the word commence, to begin? I would argue that more than this being an ending for you all, beginning. We are stressing your potential for the future rather than remaining in the past. Because of your past and because of your achievements, that new beginnings and new opportunities are now open to each of you. This commencement is reflected in the Chag Shavuot, which we just celebrated. It was the commencement time of the Jewish people as a nation, a time to rejoice and to celebrate receiving the Torah. Tonight is indeed a celebration, and one that mirrors that celebration. What are the cornerstone? The 10 Commandments are the cornerstone of the Torah. They encompass mitzvot ben adam lemakom, between man and discussed being adam lechavero, between man and his peer. The very first commandment starts with Anochi Hashem Elokecha, I am your God. The last Tachmod Esher Echa V'Avdo V'Amato V'Sharo V'Kamaro V'Chol Asher Livrei Echa. Wife, his servants, his maidservant, his oxen, is your neighbors. The Yosef Dibros start with the word I and end with your neighbor. This is the journey we take as we move through life. Often as babies start with the focus on I. Developmentally, we start all about me. Then we move to focus on others. This mirrors your time as a student to focus on those around us and on our class. Think about when Hillel was approached and asked to sum up all of Torah in just one sentence, in one foot. But pasuk about man and Hashem, he chose a pasuk, Ve'ahavta l'reacha kamocha, love your fellow neighbor as yourself. Is when you've spent time learning, caring for, and developing through your years at Denver Academy of Torah. Respect your turn. Respect every one of Hashem's creatures because they were created in the image of God, is an understanding that you are leaving knowing and truly believing. You think about others. Respect is how we treat others. Someone means you act in a way that shows being of others. So in today's world of memes and internet searches, I figured I would share some quick quotes about respect that you can find. Understand respect to get respect. Respect starts with yourself. Respect people's feelings, even if it may not mean anything to you or all to them. It should be the very thing you give. And of course, keep calm and respect others. One of my favorites, respect, show respect even to people who don't seem to deserve it. Not as a reflection of their character, but as a reflection of yours. 8th grade, carry these words with you. As you begin the next steps of the journeys into high school and into beyond, know that your dot education has imbued each character with an understanding of what it means to respect others. The way each of you respects one another, that we as your faculty administration have witnessed, is a reflection that shows exactly who you are. You have made each of us proud, and may each of you embark on the next part of your life journey giving. That's awesome. It's now my pleasure to introduce the guests of honor this evening, our 8th graders of the Denver Academy of Torah, as they present as a class our years at Zah. As this is a collaborative class, please hold your applause until after Noah Hill presents his portion. Thank you.
Here, the Denver Academy of Torah have taught me to respect every individual I encounter. One of the hallmarks of our school is that we as students are each and every person we meet in the same manner we wish to be treated. This is one of the most important lessons that I have learned. There have been many times where I have been challenged to put this in, and with the help and support of my teachers, I have been able to. I know that I never want to be treated with disrespect, so this helps me respect everyone.
I'm very grateful for my years at God. I've learned a lot in my time here. God provided me with an excellent elementary and middle school foundation, and I look forward to using it in high school and years to come. I'll never forget the memories and friends I made.
My years at Dot have taught me how to be sensitive to other people's feelings and opinions by listening to them, thinking about what I say before I say and my opinion enough. I have also learned that when speaking to someone, I must be mindful of not getting distracted. Giving others my full attention shows my sensitivity. I've learned to compromise, whether it's for academics, sports, or programming activities. If someone does not want to do what I want, compromise shows next.
My years at Dot have taught me to take action and voice my opinions. From my time in third grade, when I made government, all the way to this school year, I have learned to do what is right and speak up when I see a need for change. My call to action this year has been working with the petition for a crosswalk, ensuring the safety of all Dot students, parents, and families every day of the week. I have learned that when I see action, it is my duty to speak up.
My years at Dot have taught me to be a heritage strong. Being able to observe the passion with which my teachers dive and learn and convey lessons, I have learned to strengthen my resilience. Through the extensive Your Own and Young Line programming, I have gained a love of our homeland. During my years at Dot, my teachers have become role models and have helped me become the committed Jew that I am today.
My years at Dot have taught me how to use my skills to apply my artistic talents to many different areas. My art classes create sculpture and drawing, and this has helped me present what I have learned in many different classes, such as Gemara and science. Such a computer skills to enable me to incorporate technology and art through PowerPoint, Google applications, WeVideo. I am now able to look at all my classes within an artistic framework and use my artistic talents to enhance my education.
My years at Dot have taught me the difference between good things and having and not being our I have learned that in order for me to do my best, I construct areas. My goal for the future is to strengthen that which is difficult for me and focus on intellectual talents to excel.
My years at Dot have taught me to have perseverance. Sometimes I have to work very hard to fully learn and understand them, and that takes time. The skills that I acquired during my elementary years didn't always come easily. Science, Hebrew, Tanakh, here in order to master new learning. That I may have to work things through multiple times until I understand them. Has helped me. Balancing the dual curriculum has helped me stay focused, which in turn has helped me build my perseverance.
My 10 years at Dot have taught me that I am capable of working through any situation, regardless of conflict resolution has been a key skill that I've learned through working on projects and activities with classmates who I may not necessarily get along with. Through challenges to find resolutions to conflicts and to make the best of every situation.
My years at Dot have taught me what it makes to be a Torah observant Jew. The most important part of this education has been focused on Midot or character development. And the subjects I have learned from them are taught me important lessons to my peers and me. I have learned that my actions reflect on who I am as a person and as a Jew.
My years at Dot have taught me how to be a leader. For the 3.5 years that I have been here, I have participated in many programs and activities. Learned when it is appropriate and when it is more appropriate to let someone else take over. I discovered I am most effective as flexible and when I communicate through any situation.
My years at Dot have taught me about self-awareness. I have learned that I can make good decisions and do the right thing. I know that my behavior influences people. People look to me for support and encouragement, and I always try to. Throughout my years at DOT, I've had the opportunity to strengthen my relationships with my classmates. As I reflect now, it is amazing to see how much I have grown. We will now launch a presentation of our years at DOT, created by Eliana, Neely, and Chevy.
My name is Neely Fisher, and I've been a student at Denver Academy of Torah for 10 years and plan on continuing to Dot High School this fall. One of my favorite times at school on Shabbat with my mother listening to the Parsha. As I considered what to speak about, Parsha seemed like a combine what I learned in school and my family. This week's Parsha is Parshat Bahalutza. One of the topics we learn about is menorah. The word Allah, meaning to go up. About it, since we talk about lighting the menorah. Wouldn't it be better to use the word lahadlik to light in the tent? Shed light on this question. Shisha she'al sheshet hakanim, the 6 wicks שלושה המזרחים פונים למול האמצעי, הפתילות שבהם. The three branches on the right, their wicks face the center branch. And שלושה המערבים, ראשי הפתילות למול האמצעי. And the three branches on the left, their wicks face the center branch. The branches all face the center. Why is the menorah built this way? The way we are told to light the menorah is amol pnei menorah. That means the wicks are the center of the menorah. Rashi explains that all the branches of the menorah were facing inward toward the shamash, which was part of the actual structure of the Gemara and Masechet Megillah, Daf Kaf Aleph Amud Bet, quotes a brayta which adds one more phrase. V'ner ma'aravei klapei shamash itself was looking up towards Hashem. This shows how the shamash isn't just there for decoration, but it is there to help the other candles unite to a connecting of Allah to God. I had the privilege to serve as a color war captain this year, and these lessons came alive to me. I realized that it was not my teammates around, but rather to encourage them to reach their fullest potential. This reminds me of the pasuk about the menorah. The flames start from nothing and rise up. The rush of Allah is used. We are all individuals and put in our own efforts in all of the activities, but at the end of the day, we are able to accomplish something. Without each of our own accomplishments, we would have nothing. But our individual efforts are only as important as what we accomplish as a team. We started with individuals and rose up together just like the flame. There is a famous pasuk in Tehillim which says the same thing. Hinei ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam. How good and how pleasant it is when we work together. This is not only a nice idea, but it explains what allows us to accomplish more than we can accomplish alone. The word Allah, to go up, being used in the Chumash instead of the word lahadlik, to light. We realized that what was important about the menorah, not only the light it gave off, but the way in which all the little lights united. Together, the lights served a higher purpose. Just like when we work together, we would be as individuals. This was the true purpose of the menorah. We started in pre-K, now as 8th grade students, and we will continue to grow. Who we are now wouldn't be possible without all the support and skills that we have had from our teachers, administrators, friends, parents, and wider community. Mates and I have been able to grow in many ways. We are all our own individuals, and we're connected through DOT, creating something much bigger than just ourselves. Each of us, God willing, shine brightly as we continue to grow, being part of a larger community that shines even more brightly. Thank you to everyone who helps us shine, and classmates.
You did it. Diploma time. Mayan Friedman. Jake Eisen. Ellie Abner. Noah Hill. Fishman. Elon Geller Fine. Maya Friedman. Samuel Kaufman. Debbie Parkoff. Noam Narrow. Max Weiser. Eighth graders, is a little treat when you look inside your diplomas. The staff of the school each wrote a sentence to each of you. And so we hope that later on, when you have time to read through it, you'll appreciate and share what it is that the faculty. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you our 8th grade of 2017. 8th grade. Please enjoy. Join us for light refreshments in the back of the room.
She's on the train.
You just had a graduation. Are you going to high school?